Hello, Identity 5 gamers. Today we're going to be watching some more COA matches. Today we're actually starting to watch the Southeast Asia qualifiers. I haven't got to watch any of them yet, so today we're watching day 1, sets number 1 and 2. Now, I'm not really too certain what's going to be happening in these qualifiers, but I did hear rumors of a round 1 night watch. I guess we get some random B tier for Mind's Eye here. But yeah, I did hear rumors of a round 1 night watch, so I am very excited for that. I don't know if we're going to see it today, but maybe we'll see it eventually. So I don't know. I don't really know what to expect going into SEA, but I can only imagine it's going to be very interesting. Hullabaloo has a costume called Hullabaloo Red. That's kind of funny. I mean, hopefully we're about to see this guy 8,000 times since he is the best hunter in the game right now, it seems. Here we go. Today's first set is going to be between DJ and SS. I am sad to say that I'm not really too familiar with these teams. We have Mage, Corey, Dancer, and Mercenary here for the Survivors round 1. And yep, looks like it's going to be Hullabaloo indeed. Coming out from the Hunter side, banning out Seer, Officer, Grave, and Ada. I do believe Officer, once again, is the best rescuer in round 1. So I do believe going forward, he should almost always be banned because he is probably one of the best counters in terms of rescuing against Hullabaloo. And against Hullabaloo, from what I've noticed, the main game plan from a lot of teams is investing everything into first kite and 2 solid rescues. That's it. Because if you don't have those 3 things, the game is over. If Hullabaloo gets to final presence and you're required to like kite him out to win, that's it. The game's over. So that's why we see a lot of global support characters nowadays, if you ask me, something like Postman, Seer, etc. But it looks like they're going to be going for just some standard stuff here, you know, because the issue with Hullabaloo is you also can't 100% lean into that global support kind of stuff, because then you could have a Goatman, you could have, you know, an Ivy, you could have an Opera Singer. Now, Opera Singer is definitely fallen off. Hullabaloo is basically better in every single way, but, you know, there might be a couple operas out there that are, you know, want to stick to their guns, want to play that Opera Singer, but it's most likely going to be Hullabaloo when it comes to, you want somebody who's, like, at the peak pursuit in this game. So interestingly enough, this entire team is bringing borrowed time. I completely disagree. Hullabaloo is so broken that you absolutely just want to play for 1 out. And Team GJ, unless they're absolutely cracked at kiting, they cannot afford to go stuff like this. Maybe in the late stages of COA 8, when survivors have finally adapted and figured out what the best survivors and strategies are against Hullabaloo are. But at the beginning, you kind of need to go like almost full kite, or like, you basically need 3 Suis. You need 3 characters on your team with no borrowed time that either have a full kite build or Titans, preferably 2 to 3 Titans. I would say 2 is the minimum that you need against Hullabaloo. Not this though. I'm looking at this team and I see no possible way that this team doesn't just actually get obliterated. So let's see here. Looks like Hullabaloo's gonna be chasing Miss Kitty Giddy here first, the coordinator. And yeah, only has a red ball so far. Has peepers as his trait, so we're gonna see how this main kite goes. She's kind of just pallet spamming out here, and they pause. Interesting. I mean, pallet spamming at Hullabaloo it's fine. The only issue is you're gonna run out of pallets eventually, and he's gonna keep shoving clones behind. Anyways, we're getting back into it here. Pause is over, and coordinator will get black here. Ooh, just barely not. Nice pallet stun, beautiful pallet stun from the coordinator. Yeah, honestly, this kite isn't so bad. This is a pretty solid kite. Unfortunately, she does not have any windows to use for a window vault, and there's gonna be the first hit. Not gonna be able to take advantage of the tram either. Let's see here, watch for double color. Okay, beautiful gun right there, right under the open, so you absolutely know that Hullabaloo will get hit by it, but he has trapeze now. He has that jump, and he can jump over the wall, and all that distance that gun bought doesn't really matter much anymore. But this is still a pretty solid first kite. If she can live about another 20 seconds, I would say that's actually 1 out escapable. Because the whole point against Hullabaloo is to try to get 1 out. If she had flywheel there, she definitely could have flywheeled and maybe made it a longer kite. But yeah, that right there is is going to be a single Cypher done from the Mage. Merc Cypher is at 64, and I think Dancer's is at 71. He's going to drop a Peeper, 2 Peepers on Dancer's Cypher here. Wow, that's going to be really annoying for her. If I'm the Dancer, I'm going to leave that Cypher for later and not break the Peepers. I would go to a different Cypher. But Mercenary's going to come on in here for the rescue. Now, I've actually seen Mercenaries burn so many pads just to make sure they don't get double downed. So what Merc should do here is get onto a wall as quickly as possible and try to fly with an elbow pad. But he's in red, so he can't, and that's going to be a double down. That's not great. He needed to just pad in, pad out. If you're going to play Mercenary versus Hullabaloo, pad in, pad out every single time, no matter what. Because against this team, the goal is don't get double down. The tram is actually going to be helpful a lot here. He actually jumps right in front of it, which is kind of funny. But yeah, again, you want to invest everything on the first kite and both rescues, not getting double down. So there's no reason to preserve your items for endgame because you're just pushing for one out. That is the goal, at least right now. That is the game plan. It's just that is not what a lot of teams are going for, it looks like right now. 3 Cyphers are done. But with Mercenary on the ground, this is going to be very, very bad. If they sell, then he can also just chase somebody. He is at full presence, so... Yeah, at this point, nobody can rescue. Looks like they're going to be sending in the Dancer, but against a good Hullabaloo, he will easily be able to double down this. And let's see. If he spots out the Dancer here, which he does not, and there is another slow box. But let's just see how quickly he can make the Dancer explode. Let's see. Slow box is hurting him here. Twist, boom, and he's going to get the Dancer down. Trapeze, boop. That's one bundle on the coordinator here. And then in about 6 seconds, I imagine the coordinator will be dead because you'll have your clone here. Let's see the clone. There's the clone. Watch for the red. Clone, dead. That is it. In the slow box, too. It's like he doesn't even care about this gosh darn slow box. So, we share the coordinator here. And then now we chair the Dancer. Merc has no self-heal. Mage is the only one who can rescue. So what happens here is if the Hullabaloo is smart, he can do one of 2 things. He can TP straight to Merc, which he's going to do. Or he could just try to cut off the Mage, I was going to say. But yeah, you got the Mercenary down. You know he has no self-heal. Or you can just kind of play it super extremely aggressive here, which is what a lot of Hullabaloos do at this point. Is his chase is just so gosh darn good. This character is just so gosh darn broken. And Merc is just desperately hugging the wall to not get downed here. But there's his last pad. And now that his pads are gone, he is dead. Okay. So the question is, does he leave him on the ground? He does leave Merc on the ground. I actually agree. Because if you keep forcing somebody to go back and heal him, it's essentially just a chair. And you can just keep people off Cyphers over and over and over again. Your chase is just so strong with Hullabaloo. It's just over. It's over. That's already a death onto the Dancer. Double color is just so broken. Mage is actually gonna try to heal up the Mercenary, but yeah. In this situation, if Mercenary did not get double down, this is what I'm saying. The initial kite from the coordinator was good, but because Merc got double down, they did not have the Cyphers. If Mercenary did not get double downed, they likely would have had a chance here. They likely could have pushed for one out because the Cypher probably would have been like 80, 90 right now. And then Mage wouldn't have to kite so much. And then he'd have to choose between Mercenary and the Dancer. So yeah, that is not the case though. Mage cannot even make the rescue, unfortunately. Just barely not making it. And that is going to be it. That is going to be it. Now we're just kind of in a slugfest here. And what's crazy is because this is the Mage's first chair, Hullabaloo doesn't even need to go for slugfest because he puts up the clone and the clone instantly finds the Mercenary. It takes no skill, no brains, no game sense. It literally points you in the direction of him because yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why on top of his already extremely broken kit, they decided to just give him that little ability, which by the way, that ability is so broken. It is so gosh darn broken. So gosh darn broken. Clone right here. Boom. That's it. That's it. Goodbye, Merc. Goodbye, Mercenary. And that is the game. That is round 1. Good job from SS getting a 4K. Can DJ's Hunter also get a 4K? That is the big question of the day. All right, it is time for round 1, second half. We have ourselves Officer, Psych, Painter. Oh my gosh, it is real. Look at the commentators' faces, dude. Nello Mello Posh are like, what the heck? Is that Fraud Watch? Is that Night Watch sucks? Is that Oh boy. This guy Night Watch, dude. This guy Night Watch. Okay, so it is real. My Go Night Watch being played in round 1. The issue is you are playing Night Watch into Officer, Psych, Painter, and Puppet. There is no way you win against this comp, because I'm sorry. Puppeteer is a 3 Cypher Kite versus Night Watch. Ada is just under a 3 Cypher Kite versus Night Watch guaranteed. Officer is very good versus his Night Watch, and then Painter is free chair. You can stall him out. Painter is just cheese. He's literally a cheese character because his chair. That's it. He's just straight cheese. So it looks like they were actually preparing for a Goatman with this comp, and not a Night Watch. But I'm telling you, bro, this is terrible for Night Watch. This is terrible for Night Watch. Like, yes, he does prez farm this, but like the tanks are just gonna take too long for him to kill. Now let's see here. I actually agree a lot more with SS's builds here. They have a Tied Officer, borrowed knee-jerk Ada, then Tied knee-jerk Painter and Puppet. While Night Watch has confined attention warp, that is like a Manticore rank build. What? That is very weird. I don't know why we're bringing confined space on this map of all things, which there's only one window that you'd want to confine space, and you can just jump over it. It's the ever sleeping window. That's it. What kind of build are you bringing, Night Watch? Why? Why are we bringing this build? Wanted Order too? I mean, Wanted Order could be a little helpful. It looks like he's gonna try to call out where the Puppet's going. They already pre-dropped some pallets here against Night Watch so they can have their knee-jerk speed boost. And again, yeah, Night Watch kind of can't do anything because he has to break the pallet first. He breaks pallets very, very fast though because he does have confined space, so he has all those pallets to break. So Puppet's gonna try to transition here. Wind is gonna be ready here. Night Watch is gonna use his Wind, but then Puppet's gonna use his Puppet. Puppet, there it is. And if I was the Night Watch, I would have swung at that. I'm surprised the Lewis didn't drop the pallet actually. I think he's a little scared that the Night Watch just instantly jump over it. And here's one jump. There's the confined space. You could have made that vault. Trust me, you could have made that. You could have made that. Puppet, Puppet, Puppet. There's the Lewis. Okay. He doesn't hit it, though. This pallet is already dropped. That actually kind of killed the Lewis, that pallet being pre-dropped. Oh, you're dead! Oh. Okay. Oh, he finally hits the Lewis. I see. And then Night Watch is going to use some Wind here again. Boop. Nice. These ciphers are very slow for Night Watch. Let's see. Vaulting back and forth. Nice. Nice from the Puppet, but he doesn't have a vault anymore. Okay, so his route was kind of mediocre. I cannot lie. His route was pretty mediocre. But actually, no, that was. Wait, what? No, these ciphers are trash. That was a minute and a half kite. If that happens to me, 3 ciphers pop. No. What's going on with SS right now? When that happens to me, bro, 3 ciphers pop guaranteed. That's it. That's it. I could see the Rescuer cipher not popping, but the other two? Nah, there's no way. Oh. So a sneaky little backdoor. Wow, good play from the Painter there. And unfortunately, because they rescued with Tide Turner, they cannot use Lewis. So that's been unfortunate. Lewis is going to go die out all the way in this corner. Night Watch is going to be like, Nice play there. Nice play, hugging that little wheelbarrow so he can continue dying off all the way in the very corner. That's just going to buy a few extra seconds for this team, which is really, really good. Now, Officer will definitely come in here for the second rescue. Again, though, their ciphers are pretty bad. I mean, all they need is one out, so their ciphers are actually fine. But against a Night Watch, they should have 300%, 350% right now. They are about 40 to 50% cipher progress behind. I'm not really sure why that is the case, but that is the case. Wow, almost getting an attack onto the Painter to cancel his attack recovery with the painting. And Officer gets the rescue, and now it is up to the Puppet to try to kite this out. Let's see. Night Watch has control over the pallet, though. He doesn't have Wind just yet, so that means Puppet might be able to cut out Tide Turner. Let's see. Oh, it came down to a pallet mind game, and unfortunately, he does not win it. Okay. If he won that pallet mind game, that Puppeteer was kiting for like another 30 seconds. I'm not kidding. Because he gets the pallet stun, and then he kites until he gets his Lewis back because Tide Turner doesn't exist. And then he has double knee-jerk speed boosts, and then he kites on 30 seconds. So I'm actually very impressed that this Nightwatch is getting it down at 370% Cypher progress, but he still can't win. That's the sad thing. He still can't win because he's up against 3 HP Ada, 1 Painting Painter, and then 2 Watch Officer. So that is a draw, 1,000%, 1,000%. Unless the servers is kind of messed up, it is a draw, 1,000% here. Painter is not really rotating that well. Where is he? No, he did rotate. Okay, he did. A little late on that rotation, though. I think he's a little bit late. Yeah, he's gonna go to corner house. Dude, these guys just drop every pallet. Why do they pre-drop everything, dude? Do you see that? They pre-drop every gosh darn pallet. And don't get me wrong, pre-dropping pallets isn't entirely bad, but it's not entirely good either. So what? Why? Is he okay? I think I can only assume he's trying to force the Nightwatch onto him for endgame. That's kind of weird. Ada gets off her Cypher. Okay, you don't chase an Ada though, bro. No, don't chase the Ada, dude. This is 3 Cyphers right here. I don't care. Or not. This is easy 100% because she waits back here. You have to use wind. There's the slow wind, but she's too far because she didn't get mind gamed. She has this pallet vault. Takes a pallet vault to... Actually, no, she doesn't have a pallet vault ready for her knee jerk. No confined space, so she should just mind game this window. I don't know why she gave up control of the pallet. Ooh, Nightwatch is scared. It's fine, though. He is so scared of that pallet. Oh, my gosh. Okay, he wins for some reason. Yeah, this Nightwatch is deathly afraid of pallets. My goodness. Except when it was the Puppeteer. He walked right through. But when it's this Ada, he's not really so scared. So yeah, my GOAT, Nightwatch, unfortunately just does not have the resources to make this a win. This is most likely just going to be a draw. Yeah, my draw king Ithaca, bro. My draw king Ithaca. Oh, wait, Dungeon is there. Wait a minute. This is not good. Dungeon is actually there. If she just does the cheap little double pallet thing and then vault into him, that's it. Yep, drop both pallets. Okay, take pallet vault or take window vault. Wait. No, you just gave it to her. No! Nightwatch! No! Fraud watch! Fraud watch! Oh, fraud watch, bro. Fraud watch. My boy. Why does he suck so bad? Why did you play him round 1? I thought he'd at least get a draw. Oh, fraud watch, my boy. Oh, never play him in round 1, dude. Never play him in round 1. All right, it is now time for round 2. I'm still not over that round 1 Nightwatch, but we have ourselves a cheerleader, Wildling, Gravekeeper, and Explorer. Aside from the Explorer, the decoding on this team is very, very slow. Total of minus... Are we minus, I think... Is Grave minus 20 or minus 15? I always forget. I don't know. We're minus like 50 or so. Around minus 50 decoding. Except for the Explorers. So what are we going to play here? We do have Ivy available. I feel like you just go Ivy here and you just cook everybody because Wildling, Grave, Explorer are not the best versus Ivy. Cheerleader's okay, but Grave is hit or miss versus Ivy. He can like sort of work, but it's hard. And then Explorer gets cooked because he just gets found out immediately. So that's it. Like, you just lose. You just absolutely lose right here. Explorer, that's why I say Explorer is garbage now. Explorer was decent before Ivy came around. Cause like you had Opera and he was pretty decent versus Opera. Don't get me wrong. He was a pretty decent pick versus Opera. Although he is, honestly, in my opinion, because of the big four, he's complete trash. Cause he can hide out versus a Goatman, but like, I mean, not really that well. Because like while you're hiding, Goatman also gets a ton of energy, so the second he finds you, explode. And if not, he's just not going to chase you. And Goatman can make anybody else explode too. I guess he could hide it out, so you're not terrible versus Goat. But you know, against Hullabaloo and Ivy, you're absolutely destroyed. Like they hard counter Explorer, especially Hullabaloo and Ivy, in terms of like just the top four. And then you also have stuff like Anne, who can deal with Explorer. There's just so many characters I can do with Explorer. So, rest in peace. I honestly used to think Explorer was A tier. Now I think he's just garbage. I think he's like solid C tier. He's so bad. So we might just see this Explorer get absolutely cooked in this round. We got ourselves a full Kite Shear, tied Wildling, tied Grave, tied Knee Jerk on the Explorer, while Ivy's got rocking the standard build. Yeah, I see no way this this Explorer does anything, which is kind of sad because I think in terms of his gameplay, while he's not the most exciting character, I think Explorer fits into like this really interesting niche. Because at the standard level that I'm at when I'm at as a hunter, is a lot of the time, whenever you get a hit on the Survivor, you're always looking at ciphers, right? You're looking at the ciphers, you want to see what 3 ciphers are wiggling to see what people are working on. But with Explorer, you don't get that. You have 2 ciphers wiggling, and then you try to find out the Explorer, and well, cooked. So it's a lot of time it's really hard to find the Explorer, but with these broken hunters nowadays, they just have built-in ways of finding Explorer. So yeah, this is the perfect example of why Explorer is completely worthless in today's meta. I think from last year, last year I would put Explorer in COA 7. I would put Explorer in A tier. This year I'd honestly put him in like low C tier. He's so bad. He is completely worthless, which is kind of crazy because I feel like allegedly, now I haven't seen enough evidence of this, but allegedly, Mechanic and Enchantress I would both put in C tier last year, but this year they're both contenders for S tier. Mechanic is probably most likely S tier, but Enchantress I haven't seen enough evidence of, but there's potential that Enchantress might be S tier. And for those who are wondering, you might be wondering, oh, why the heck? That's like Enchantress is like Garbo, and like that's what I think too. I still think she's garbage, but I'm starting to see the vision because she actually is pretty decent versus Goat and Hulla. It's just the truth. She's like not completely terrible with how the meta goes, where it's just last first kite as long as possible, and she's actually decent with her little 5-second interval stuns. So it's not completely worthless. Wildling actually does get scared off of his boar. I was like too busy ranting. I don't even remember what happened to the Explorer, but Wildling gets hit off his boar. This Ivy, I guess, I don't really know what happened to the Explorer. I guess she could just, oh, oh, really? Her swing had that much lag? That's kind of crazy that he had 100 spook. Oh my, oh, you're cooked. That's it. GG's, Ivy, GG's. GG's. I don't know why you left the Explorer. That was the worst thing you could have done. Literally, I'm not even kidding. That was actually the worst thing you could have done. Oh, do you see him now? Do you see the Explorer? Look around for the Explorer. You know the Explorer's here. Hello? Oh my gosh, she lost the Explorer. And now she found the Explorer again. Okay, but now she's back at square one with no blink this time, all because she lost track of the Explorer. So I really don't know what happened. I was not paying attention. I guess she sits there for a second, waits for a flywheel, but you know, you're not gonna flywheel out in the open. That's completely pointless. Yeah, I mean, let's see. What do you do here as the Ivy? Because you're getting 3 Cypher kited, and you haven't really forced out any resources. Because the thing is, outside of Grave, I mean, I guess she did waste 1 shovel for Grave. Outside of Grave, everybody here has rechargeable resources, or a resource that never goes away, like Explorer. Actually, could you imagine if Explorer's book went down, if it had durability? He would be so garbage if that's the case. I mean, whenever other people use the book, it does go away, but that doesn't happen for Explorer, obviously. So like, if it happened to him, dude, whew, I would say old Explorer is practically useless, dude. Now let's see. Whoa, explode on over. Wait. Oh, okay. I got scared that was about to be a TS, bro. I got really scared. That's happened once before. I saw a Grave jump out and then instantly get TS. It was pretty funny. Repossess on Explorer. We now have full presence. He tries to take the vault, but it gets interrupted by the spook. So Explorer's gonna go down. 300% Cypher progress, 80 Cypher, another one. This is actually looking really, really, really good for the survivors. Now, don't get me wrong, this is almost entirely Hunter error. because that miss blink onto the wildling was absolutely huge. Like, absolutely huge. And then also losing the Explorer somehow. I really don't know how she lost the Explorer. I can only imagine she was on her Yith and then was like walking with main body and then he just kind of went away. I don't really know. I don't really know. So wildling is here now. All healed up and ready to get the rescue. The only way she wins is if she gets a Terror Shock here. That's it. That's the only way. Terror Shock, Terror Shock, Terror Shock. Oh, but 2 people are here. The cheerleader's here to protect from the TS so they can guarantee that rescue. Very, very good play. And now Cheer is going to keep on cheering to the Explorer, who might be able to use the speed boost to get away from full presence. Nope, not quite. There's the scare. Can anybody eat the hit? No, it seems that they cannot eat the hit. But Pumbaa might be able to harass. Are they actually going to go for Pumbaa harassment? They actually are. They're going to go for Pumbaa harassment. Oh, well, that's funny. the little side swivel on the boar. Oh, that's goofy. Okay, they should just pop here. They should just pop here. They should just pop here. I don't know why they're not popping. They should just pop. I think, is he waiting for the Yith to get there? Hello? Pop? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, that was so close. Okay, I don't know what they're doing. She TP's back over to this side. Grave has no shovel. Cheer has 2 beep beeps. Wildling has boar in 10 seconds. Okay, this is just your standard Ivy endgame. Where we're going back and forth. She did just waste the full pres there, so I'm not entirely sure what that was supposed to be. But I think she wants Yith on one side, main body on the other. That's why she's doing this. And there wasn't a tablet close enough that she could TP to since she already had with the Grave. So at this point, if you're the survivors, you just don't play the game. You literally just straight don't play the game for 70 seconds. Until detention's out, there's literally no reason to play the game. Because if you do play the game, you lose. That's it. Because Ivy's endgame is just absolutely broken. I'm actually very surprised that Cheerleader is here. Wildling gets on the board. Dude, I'm starting to fall asleep, dude. Oh my gosh. Ivy freaking... Ivy games, bro. Ivy games. Is Cheer cooked? Let's see. I think she actually is cooked. Wait. Oh, interesting. Okay, so she warped to the tablet knowing that Cheer would get Force 100 so she could kill her. And then... But Cheer still has self-heal, that's the thing. And you can't TP back to her yet. So if the Grave opens up the gate, Wildling gets on his board. If Grave opens up the gate, which I guess he can't. No, he's not even there yet. If Grave were to theoretically open up the gate, she could just walk out. Okay, Cheer gets up. No tablet. I am yawning so hard, dude. This Ivy game is so slow paced, bro. I just want to see some Goatmans, bro. I want to see some Goatmans, some more Night Watches. Now Ivy puts me to sleep, dude. She's so slow. And cooked. Bonk. I can't wait till they nerf this character again, bro. Honestly. It's crazy how her and Dream Witch are so similar, but Dream Witch is far more interesting to watch. Oh, this character is just... is so slow, dude. She's just so slow. They do heal up the Grave. Is great. No, the cheerleader healer. They heal up the cheerleader. They heal up the cheerleader. But they still can't touch the gates. Detention is out. Wildling is there. He can't get possessed though. He has to hop on his boar like right now. Boar? Wait, he got forced off boar. Wait, is that a 3? No way. No. It's not a 3. It's not a 3. It's not a 3. There's no way. They're going to push the gate. No. Wait, why did she go back? Oh, no. That is a 3. She just threw. She just threw by warping over here. Oh, no. She just threw by warping over here. That's a 3 escape. Oh, boy. SS, you already have a win. And now you're getting 3 escaped in round 2? What's going on right now? All right, well, it's time for round 2, second half now. And they're picking and look at Posh, dude. Like, oh, that's not meta. So, DJ twice. Not once, but twice. Picking, like, draw hunters? Round 3 hunters? Which is interesting. Because you have Goatman, Ivy, and Opera. but you chose Anne. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, you got Graves, Seer, Anti-Psych. They were definitely running up for a Goatman, but I guess Team DJ just doesn't have a Goatman or a Hulla? That's a little concerning. Let's see. Now with these spawns, you definitely cannot chase Grave because Grave is very good versus Anne. Ada's gonna take a while to go down. I mean, that's gonna be 70% on every side if you chase the Ada. Antiquarian, you definitely don't chase because while she's 50-50, that's a full kite. Not that you would know, but yeah, I don't. And then Seer also is just same with Ada, just takes too long to kill. This is a detention only Anne. Wow, okay, very, very risky. I mean, okay, you know what? You know what? I think. All right. So I have two perspectives. So first off, anti-draw hunter. So you can get a draw here without too much trouble, right? And that will give you a round win for DJ. But at the same time, you got Goatman. Like, why settle for a draw when you can get a win? Play the meta, and you can dominate. Since that Ivy only got a 1K, don't just settle for the. Yeah, this is a flower build and a half, dude. Claustrophobia? Are you that scared? I don't know. Dude, claustrophobia is the kind of build that I bring in rank when I'm scared of, like, I'm gonna lose. Because that claustrophobia, don't get me wrong, it's a very, very good draw trait. But again, you should only be, oh nah, oh nah. Nah, because when I do that in my rank matches, it never works. Oh no, but it'll work for the COA, it'll work for the COA pros. But when I do it, oh no, that I either get TS'd on the second vol, or it just straight doesn't work. Because for some reason the hunter brought exhibitionist, so they're just able to swing again. I don't know, bro. That's the kind of stuff. That stuff makes me salty, because that's the kind of stuff that hits me every time. Here's second jump from the Anne. I think Psych actually makes the pallet. Oh wait. But the fast power break means you take the hit anyway because Anne is very cool. And the Seer misses the easiest owl? Hello? That was such a free owl and you miss? Okay, I'm sorry. That's one of two things. That is one, bad communication, or like communication too quickly from the or too late from the Psych, where she's like, oh, give me owl, give me owl, give me owl. And then Seer just can't press in time. Either that or it's ping. And I'm pretty sure in that situation, I'm pretty sure that was a late call out from the Psych. Oh my gosh, that Seer's moving fast. Yeah, it makes sense for it to be a late call out because she went back and she probably wasn't expecting to get stunned, I'm guessing, and be in a situation where she was about to get hit. So I can only imagine that was very, very, very late from the Seer because of a bad call out. So Antiquarian is here. Let's see how this Antiquarian can protect this Ada. Let's see. We got Cats. Is it time to beat her up? Huh? Beat her once? Yup. 1, 2. Stand in the way. Beautiful. Wow, Anne is... Wow, Anne. That's all I gotta say, bro. Anne is Anne. So we're not going Shack, interestingly enough. It looks like she's trying to stay away from the ciphers, which is good. And that hits the Auntie instead. But this Anne is at full presence, so you have to be careful of giving her all these hits. Oh, that's gonna be a hit. Auntie, let's see. Cat's gonna come back. She might jump to the Auntie here. No, the Cats are still on cooldown, I lied. Jump in. Oh no, Auntie, you missed. Oh, that's tough. She was so close. So gosh darn close. So gosh darn close. That's tough, dude. Antiquarian harassment is so hard, dude. I'm saying. It's so hard. People always say you just gotta swing and swing. It's not that easy, bro. Against a half-decent hunter, it is hard, bro. It is hard to harass with this character. We're gonna warp. I don't think the warp was very useful here. I think that here's the thing. What Auntie needs to do is Auntie needs to get up and protect this Ada with her life. You can go down to the corner, but Ada has to be very, very careful. It has to like hide out in a corner or something here. Because we know the Cats are coming. Unfortunately, Auntie does not have flywheel. Anne's gonna be scared though, surely. She's gonna toss the cats. You hit Auntie with them, seal off Auntie. Oh, and she tried to swing, but it just doesn't work because Anne is cringe. Wait, 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 just pop. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, but the Auntie has no BT. Wait, wait, this is actually bad. This is bad for the serves. Because Auntie didn't have BT, I didn't even realize. She should be able to self-heal though, right? Oh my gosh, she can't even self-heal. Oh no, she does. Okay, she self-heals in time. No, antique dealer, you got scammed. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, dude. If only she didn't go down earlier. That was close. Very close game, very close game. But Anne gets it and gets a round win for her team. Now let's see here. It's time for round 3, first half. Dream Witch is gonna be the hunter. I mean, this is fine because SS here, they have the top 4 hunters are banned. So they're going, they've got the meta, right? They got all the meta coming out here and they're picking 5th best hunter right now, Dream Witch. It's not actually Anne. It's kind of debated whether it's Dream Witch or Anne right now. But I think a lot of people have been practicing so much against Anne, especially because of IVL and like IJL. But Dream Witch wasn't really played that much. Now she's kind of like a surprise pick anti-meta, so she's kind of seen as the 5th best since not a lot of teams are really prepared for her as much as they used to be. But it's not as if she got buffed or anything. It's just that in this meta she fits in pretty well. She very much does. Now let's see here. Builds are looking pretty standard. Everybody's got Flyo, which is actually very good for Witch, because you can Flyo Patroller by, you can Flyo the swing. Flyo is very useful versus Witch, and then Mercer with a standard Tide, while they have Detention, Trump, and Patroller. So yeah, if this was gonna be an Anne pick here, Anne would actually do really well here because Anne Flywheel is not great, whereas Knee Jerk is pretty good versus Anne. But for the Dream Witch, this is definitely gonna work out pretty well, pretty well. Okay, we've got Hunt and Impulsive? Wow, that is 2 different speed boosts on the Persona Web. Very interesting. Main body immediately chasing the mechanic over here in Sandbags. We set up the Leeching Tin. And where is the mech gonna go? Oh, do we see the bot? Oh, she sees the bot. She definitely sees the bot. Well, she can't kite with the bot because she's got to watch out for herself. And that's main too. Your leech is on the bot. Oh no, your leech is here now. Okay, wait, they actually didn't get the bot. They actually didn't get the bot. Main body patroller does its thing. I don't know why they took so long trying to hit. Are we gonna hit with our leech here? No, that's the main follower again. So no leech is Basement there. If Ace is there, that's it. Oh my gosh, that's it. Basin's there. That's it. That's the game. That's it. Dream Witch wins. Dream Witch wins. The Basin's there. Okay, no, I can't say that. I can't say that because the bot. If it was anything but mechanic, I would say the game's over. Gets mechanic Basin. That's it. This is a huge disadvantage for the serves. If it wasn't a mechanic though, because it's a mechanic, the bot can go onto a cipher, and it can start decoding the 4th cipher. So. This right here is just another reason why mech is just so gosh darn broken. Mercenary will probably have to use 3 pads in this situation. Nice Mercenary, beautiful pad. Gets hit down here, and he stays down in Basement, but it's gonna be a little scary to stay down there because she's actually gonna go after him here. Another pad, he uses up all 3 pads just to die anyway. Wow, that's kind of unfortunate. So, oh yeah, the Dream Witch is in a really good situation. Again, Basement Dream Witch is so strong, dude. She is so gosh darn strong. And thank goodness they had that Mercenary to force that rescue, get him out of the way from Basement. But yeah, right now things are looking real tricky here. Oh wait, but the Antique Dealer, where did she come from? I did not even see this Antique Dealer came out of nowhere, dude. Sheesh. Didn't get the harassment though, unfortunately, but she's stalling for some time. They do pick up the Mercenary. This is gonna force both Auntie and Acro off their gates. Auntie has to be very careful how she harasses here, if she even does, because there's 2 followers here. Ooh, yeah, look out. Oh, what the heck? the heck? Wait a minute. That was kind of goated. I don't even know what happened. Wait, so she swung at one follower. Oh, I thought that was TS. She swung at one follower, got hit again, and then hit back the other that was so jank. She was beating up 2 of them at once, dude. 2, not just 1, but 2. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I cannot lie. That was kind of crazy. Jeez! Didn't even give him time to react. The insta swap to blink. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, things are unfortunately, even though that anti harass was pretty crazy, it doesn't really matter though at the end of the day because the ciphers just aren't far enough. So yeah, with SS already having the lead in points here, yeah, there goes the mechanic. It's not looking too good. And the one person who could pick up the bot is also chaired, so they can't even finish the bot cipher. Anti and Acro have healed up completely. I guess they're just trying to push that cipher to finish it. I guess best thing that Mercenary can do here is somehow go to where the mechanic died and... Oh, wait, that's so early. Oh, that's so early. And... Oh, they're going to kill the bot here. No, they're going to kill the Acrobat. They're going to kill the bot. They're going to kill the Acro. They're going to kill somebody. And that's it, bro. That secures it. That secures it. That's tough. And we killed the bot finally. Goodbye, Chiaki bot. Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. And... Ooh, okay. No TS from Acrobat again. Acrobat with these clean rescues, but it just doesn't matter. Okay, tries to impulsive down. That's just it, bro. Again, the basement was just too much, dude. The basement was just too much. That anti tried, bro. She really tried, but the basement is just... You cannot die in your basement when it's a Dream Witch, dude. You cannot die in your basement. The game is just... It's so hard to come back from basement Dream Witch unless you sell. And because DJ is down, they cannot sell. They have to go for the rescue. Oh, that's tough, man. I mean, maybe Mercenary could have fed Tinnitus while the bot keeps working on the side for the other 2 and they just try to get 3 and like just pray that way, but that probably honestly would have been the better play because they got a double down off the rescue. Merc used up every pad, and then Anti had to harass for the mechanic who barely had any rebound potential. It might have actually been better to sell there, honestly. It might have actually been better to sell. That's what I think anyways. So it's just kind of an inevitability at this point. Anti's going to die on chair. You're going to have some followers camping up. Was she spamming Confuse emote? No, I think that was just an idol. That's not... That wasn't the emote, right? Okay, what is going on here? So she's just waiting for Antique Dio to die. Now we're gonna chair Merc? Oh, we want to do the struggle free strategy. That's funny. Okay, that's why he's not struggling. We're gonna do struggle free strat. That's how we're walking. And now we just want to keep making sure Mercenary will never heal. Give him his max shell shock. He's gonna struggle free any second now. This right here is just the guaranteed Dream Witch 4K, because you can keep somebody up in balloons the entire time. And the second Mercenary struggles free, she just hits him down again. There's the struggle. Boop. Down he goes. That's it. Down he goes. So now she leaves the leech on top of the Mercenary and goes on a very long quest to find the Acrobat. We know how this ends. We bring the Mercenary, hit him again. 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 Slug. Acrobat still... Oh my gosh, this is such a long game. And all for her to kill the Acrobat at the end. Okay, so Merc, they went through like 3 whole minutes of Merc getting dragged around, hit, dragged around, hit, dragged around, hit, only for the Acrobat to still die anyway. So, interestingly enough, if the Merc can actually last a few seconds here, she might pick up the Acrobat. If she can last a little bit of time, Merc will have to... He'll go down. The thing is, she can't let Acro use his self-heal. Yeah, she might actually have to chair... Okay, well, that's it. You just chair Acrobat here, and then that's it. They just surrender. Dang, that's a tough game, bro. That's a tough game, and that's actually just it. SS just wins off that round 1 first half. That is tough, dude. Base and Dream Witch on arms, man. Base and Dream Witch on arms is just a menace. Anyways, we are now moving on to the second set. We have Team GX here and Team 4AW. I do recognize GX. Actually gonna go Goatman here. I do recognize the names Little Boy and Skyfall. Skyfall, I believe, is a very good rescuer player, and then Little Boy, I remember just watching a lot in the past as well. I think they mainly play Kiter. I think Little Boy used to play a lot of Composer a while back. But yeah, Postman, Gardener, Aeroplanist, and the Shovelman Andrew Grave versus this Goatman. Now I'm excited to see the Goatman because I have seen JP Goatmans, and JP Goatmans are relatively they're kind of mid. And then I saw some South Korea Goatmans the other day, and South Korea Goatmans were also kind of mid. It was weird because I think South Korea Goatmans, they were better at chase, but their game sense overall was worse. Whereas JP was kind of the opposite. Their chase with Goatman was kind of mid, but their game sense with Goatman was very, very good. So I feel like if maybe Southeast Asia has a little bit of both, they might be able to make this Goatman work. It's just crazy because if you've been watching my live streams, JP, you know I'm very strict on every single Goatman I see played because I know this character is broken, but nobody, not a single player has yet to bring out his full potential. Now let's see. It is going to be a Peeper Goatman though. Peeper Detention Trump card. He loads in a little bit late, unfortunately, for the Goatman, because every second does count. He has Wanted Order Rage. Rage I don't just completely disagree with. Quenching Effect is interesting on Goatman. I don't think he really needs it, but sure. I guess it's like a fallback. I really don't think he needs it though. Did we chase out the Aeroplanist here first? Post-10 gives out a letter. Yeah, so Aeroplanist with Tide Flywheel. Gonna be using some jetpacks here. Oh, this should be a hit right here. Ooh, there's a hit. Yep, Goat broke. So yeah, Tide Flywheel Aeroplanist, Flywheel Borrowed Postman, Borrowed Tide Grave, Tide Flywheel on the Gardener. Okay, oh, be a little more patient now. Jetpack comes through. Jetpack goes through. Boom, doesn't matter. Oh, good Flywheel from Aeroplanist. Ooh. Ah, that's it. Okay, he cut it out one cage though. He cut it out one cage because of his Flywheel. That was good. That was good. He barely cut it out one cage. If you can cut out one cage versus Goatman, that's a good kite. Because like most Goatmans, it takes two. Oh, yeah, it takes two. Wait, he hit the chair? What? How's that hit the chair? What? Nah, that does not hit the chair. Okay, well he's just gonna one slap Gardener here just because. Okay, interesting. He's gonna tap Gardener here again. Nice Flywheel, tap her again because you want to put her at half. There we go. She promised her bubble, which is fine. And now he's gonna go back and find Aeroplanist. He's holding down the Peeper, dude. I love how holding down the Peeper gives you extra visibility. It's funny. So Aeroplanist tries to hide, but guess what? Peeper says, you can't hide from the Goatman. Death. Oh. What? Is he it's impassable wall and he wasn't even swinging? The Goatman didn't even know it was an impassable wall. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Okay. So far, this isn't completely bad. This is not bad at all. I do agree a lot with this team's builds here. Skyfall's coming on in here. Let's see. We're gonna cage. You should set up a cage now. Set up cage. Cage now. Oh, cage. Boop. Fast rescue speed. All right. And Grave will maybe try to keep their place alive. Okay, you walked. That's your own fault. That's your own fault. You walked right into that, bruh. You walked right into that. Double cage here. Double cage. Aeroplanist has nothing. Oh, but the Grave can break the cages. No, the Grave can break the cages. Oh, but not enough. And he misses his Flywheel. That's tough. He's probably gonna go for the Grave here because he wants it down to the Grave, and he gets it. And that's a shovel broken too. That's his shovel gone too. Luckily, he still has a full durability shovel, but he couldn't make it in time. That's unfortunate. So in this situation, this is normally a pretty standard down for Opera and Ivy. That's actually 420%. But he does have a down here onto the Grave now. And as a reminder, only the Grave has BT. Actually, no, Post-10 has BT. I lied. Post-10 has BT. So if I'm the Goatman here, I chair and I TP to Cypher. Chair TP Cypher. Chair TP Cypher. Chair, TP, Cypher, unless you know exactly where little boy is. I would go straight for Cypher. Go for Cypher, go for Cypher. You could double cage Cypher. Just double cage Cypher, yep. Double cage, backstep misses. Oh, wait, she was on the outside? What the heck? Okay. Oh, that's tough. Flywheel again. Beautiful flywheels from this Gardener, I must say. Down she goes. And if Goatman plays this properly, he can just force them back and forth, back and forth. He's going to drop a peeper here. He's going to chair at Shack. Posthand's going to start Moongate Cypher. And then Grave's going to wait mid. Goatman's going to go... Where is Goatman going to go? That's the question. He doesn't know where anybody is right now. That's the thing. Now he knows where the Postman is, though. Or now he knows. I think it's once the Cypher reaches 17%, that's when it starts wiggling. I think it's around that percent. I can't exactly remember the exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's 17. Maybe it's 13? I want to say it's 17, though. That Cypher is moving pretty fast, honestly. I cannot lie. That thing is moving fast, even though that's... I mean, that's accelerated decoding. Postman. He misses his thing. Oh, but he just gave the Grave a pallet. Oh, he gave the Grave a pallet. Okay. Postman's coming on in here. Grave obviously can't get the rescue, so Postman's forced to come in. Yeah, this is tough. What do you do here? What do you do? Smacks the Postman. Still has plenty of energy. Wick! He's going for Skyfall. That's an impassable wall. Ooh, back in the shovel we go. Smack that shovel. Nobody's on the thing. Okay, I don't know why Skyfall walked into that. You should just hug the pallet. You should just hug the pallet. I don't know why you literally walked into that, bruh. You literally walked into that. Okay, we're gonna chair Skyfall right on top of the Cypher, and little boy has to feed Tinnitus. He's gonna drop a peeper here. Does he find little boy? I don't think little boy's in peeper range. Drop another peeper here. Oh, now he sees little boy. Now he sees little boy. That's the game right there. That's the game. Just double cage. Oh, interesting. Yo, come on now. Come on, there we go. Okay, is it enough? It's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. Yup, it's not gonna be enough. They pop right here. But the thing is, you know exactly where the Gardener is. You have all the energy in the world too. All you gotta do, cage, break cage, so she can't go. Yeah, that's now. I like what this Goatman's doing, because what a lot of Goatmans will do is they'll cage. You want to break the cage at the very end, because caging all the way to the survivor means that they can cage all the way back, which means that he could actually just give the Gardener a free rescue onto the Postman if he were to, you know, let those cages stay, which I'm glad that's why he breaks the first cage. So Gardener is cooked, and that is a 4K for the Goatman. Goatman 4K, that's what we like to see. Here we go, round one, second half. We're banning out Mechanic and Officer first, which just makes sense. Those guys are OP in round one. It's gonna be the Hullabaloo, which makes sense. We have a Knight Sterling, Enchantress, Puppet, and Aeroplanist out here for round one, second half. I mean, the Enchantress, like I said, has been on the rise recently, so we might see her cook up something here. But even then, it's not gonna be easy. Wait a minute, no Tide? No, you lose, that's it, you lose. You can't go up against a Hullabaloo with no Tide. That's begging to get 4K'd. That's it, that's the game. The game's over at the character selection screen, or the build selection screen, that's it. No Tide? Not even one? That Knight Shield does nothing, by the way. That's completely useless versus Hullabaloo, because he can still one tap, and then just wait for last ball. That's it. That's insane. That's actually insane that they're not going any Tide turners. Full kite patty cakes, knee-jerk Knight, and then knee-jerk Puppet. Knee-jerk Puppet's fine. Knee-jerk Broad Puppet's fine. And then just Flywheel Airpods. Not a single Tide. That's completely ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. And it looks like it's just a straight kiting build. Hullabaloo here. And drops the peeper. Breaks a pallet. Oh, he breaks a pallet fast compared to other Hullabaloos. I think his build had fast pallet break in that attack recovery thing on the path to detention for some reason, which I don't understand why Hullabaloos bring, because he just doesn't have attack recovery anyway, so I don't know. Aeroplanist is gonna hover all the way to Godkai. I don't disagree. Get as much distance from this gosh darn Hullabaloo as much as you can, because this character is just broke beyond belief. And Presence, Inso will be almost ready here. Inso is ready. And dead, because Inso broke. Yep, Inso broke. It's crazy that Inso Trump is the optimal Hulla build, because this man does not need detention. I'm sorry. If you're playing detention Hullabaloo, that's insane. Maybe in the future, but right now this character is so broken, he doesn't need it. He literally does not need it. So how does Knight even get this rescue? How does he get this rescue? So he can't go for second prediction because he got put in red. So that's funny. All right, that's one. Boop. Boop. Wait. He hits Knight there. He just won. I don't know why he actually did that. Because that wouldn't have done anything. Aeroplanist still has his shield. It's gone now. He breaks the pallet. But he has two Urts. He might use the Urt here. Here's one Urt. Boop. Boop. Down goes Aeroplanist. Oh, Hullabaloo. Oh, Hullabaloo. Oh, hula hoop, you broke character. Why are you so broken? My name is Hullabaloo, and I am broken beyond belief. And I cut off the rescuer because my clone says I find people for free. So there's the Enchantress using up her Weber's all. That's why she was moving so fast. Does spot out the Puppeteer for the backdoor rescue. Good recognition from Momoka here, knowing that was, oh, must be nice. Must be so nice to have built-in excitement, or built-in silencing and excitement, because, like, you know, you can just excite, you can put her red, and she cannot stun. That's it. Built-in excitement. Because why not? Because why not, bro? Because we just give every hunter built-in excitement nowadays. Ivy, built-in excitement. Goatman, I don't know built-in excitement, but he can just seal off rescuer. And then Hullabaloo, red. No harassers can do anything. That's it. What a great and balanced character who we just give four of the gosh darn traits in his base kit. He has listen, like he has better listen in his kit. High key. He has, I guess, better, like, it's like listen peeper sort of. Oh, nice on Dante from Puppet. Excitement, blink, warp technically if you just count 2 jumps. Or even just like a jump over something, I just count as a straight warp. Like this is so many gosh darn things. He just has everything, man. He just does. And cooked. And cooked. Double color, fair and balanced. They're pushing ciphers like crazy. And I agree, this is what she gotta do, but Knight and Puppet are both one little hair away from dying, and TP is ready, and they're both cooked here. That's it. That's the game. You get Puppet down, and you TP Knight, and that's it. That is it. Boop, and turn, and boop, and TP Knight, or drop a peeper for some reason. I don't know why we dropped the peeper when we could just instant TP to Knight. It's kind of interesting, but sure. I guess he wasn't paying attention to the cipher. Well, I think I'm gonna make the executive decision to just say, let's skip a little bit ahead because we know what's gonna happen here. We're kind of just in slug out territory. He's gonna kill the Knight, he's gonna go back, he killed the Puppet, and he's gonna find the Knight and kill him. Yeah, I honestly don't really care about watching these slugfests because it's all the same. Knight has one more item. We'll see if he can do anything with it, but it literally doesn't matter. Helmet. And he put him red, so he can't even use second prediction, and that's it. That's the game. That's the game. They should just surrender here. Yup. Hullabaloo broke. Here we go. It's time for round 2, second half. Remember what I said about Little Boy playing Composer? That's right, dude. My memory does not fail me. Little Boy on that Composer. We got Psych, Acro, and Officer here again. So yeah, Skyfall playing the rescue. So I do know a little bit about Team GX here. I'm not a complete doofus. And now we have Ivy coming out here for round 2. So 4 AW playing nothing but meta here, which makes sense. Seer, Finn, Cordy, and Puppet are banned out here. That does check out quite well. Now, Composer is pretty decent versus Ivy, but he usually wants to be paired with a Cheer. So I'm not really sure how well this will go for him, but with how experienced Little Boy is on Composer, we'll have to see how this works. As always, Ivy spawns are jank as heck, which I still don't fully understand. I guess they just want people to be in good areas outside of from Officer, who just has watch to deal with Ivy for free. Oh, we have Flywheel. So interesting. Was this a Dream Witch prediction? Was this a Ivy prediction? Cause I think Flywheel is technically better versus Ivy, but both Niedric and Flywheel I feel like are very useful. And then tied on Officer, standard Ivy build. But yeah, it's Arms Factory. Ivy's gonna be looking for a win here. Serves are gonna be looking for a draw most likely. I mean, the set is completely drawn up, so we are gonna see a round 3, which you'll love to see. But they have to make sure that to keep the status quo. That's the job of the survivors right now. Looks like, oh, unfortunately for Little Boy, he did get moved off there. It looks like he was putting his back to the wall because I think the Arms Factory wall is thin enough to where the tablet will spawn behind the wall. But unfortunately for him, it just wasn't enough because Ivy was just chasing him right immediately, so he had to move from that spot. He does get the vault off here without getting spooked, but oh, that's so sad, dude. That's so sad. Ivy scares him in the middle of his tuning fork animation. That is so sad, dude. He's even rocking the Koa Composer skin, which you'll love to see. Now, after getting the first hit, Ivy's going to take a little bit of time to try to pressure some ciphers, but looks like the Ada has already moved off of mid-cipher. And wait, why is Ada on mid-cipher? That's a great question. That was Ada, right? Yeah, it was. Why was she on mid-cipher? That's weird. I thought it'd be Officer. I guess it was just their positionings. I thought Officer just kind of move in from top left, though. So what Composer has to do here is basically Flywheel Blink. I don't know if he'll be able to do it. And he cannot, unfortunately. Okay, so there's the Blink. Then Officer's already on the way, which is very good. He's going to pressure down the cipher here in Locker, which is Ada's. And then the Acrobats is going to get popped. But all things considered, these ciphers are pretty mediocre versus an Ivy. It's doable, but it's not the best. It is not the best. I'm already falling asleep again, bro. I don't know what it is about Ivy. She puts me to sleep. She just straight puts me to sleep. Which is interesting, because isn't that what she did in, like, her Essence trailer? Didn't she make Gardner go to sleep? And, like, when you look at her, like, showcase thing, it has, like, eyes that are closing while she's, like, letting Gardner fall asleep. That's kind of goofy. How she turns out to be one of the most repetitive and, like, boring to watch hunters, in my opinion. And there's the vault cancel because... Why not? Because Ivy has built in, you can't use the game's abilities, you can't use the basics of the game, otherwise you die. It is so awesome. Saika's gonna whistle to Skyfall here, and they have to go in for second rescue. Pressure down Psych Cypher. Looks like Officer might be able to finish his Cypher, it looks like here. No, Acrobat finishes up a Cypher. Okay, so 2 Cyphers done. One at 77, one at 51. These Cyphers actually have caught up a little bit here. If they reach 400% before the Composer dies, I will say it's actually pretty good here. But we're going to possess the Acrobat here, so that's going to be pretty annoying. Here's the Officer. He needs to stall for as much time as possible without getting Terror Shocked. Okay. Alright, he did not get his final tuning off on the watch, to my knowledge. And the Officer might go down here. No? She doesn't care about the Officer? Really? I'm actually kind of surprised. Oh, Little Boy isn't actually dead. Use the tuning fork speed boost to escape. Don't drop the pallet. Beautiful patience, beautiful patience. Hunt is ready, be careful. Force pallet mind game. Composer should be dead here, unfortunately. Unless... Oh, nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. Stalling at this pallet. This pallet is your last chance. This rebound is actually really good for the Composer. She might actually be forced to use a second spook on him, or sorry, a second possession on him to force him to go down. Little Boy with the Composer actually cooking really hard and uses the blink. Why would you blink that? No, wait, dude, because she thinks the cipher is almost ready. Is that it? I mean, she isn't entirely wrong, but you had possession you could have used. Now you have no blink for endgame. They pop right here. I mean, she's going to set up Ivy's endgame because haha funny, Yith and main body equals time to perish. And now what? Chasing the Psych, but she's in a pretty standard spot, making sure she's not walking into the Ivy here. Yeah, I mean this is the classic. Let's just not play the game because Ivy just once the tension begins, you just can't play the game for 2 minutes. That's it. It's as simple as that. You cannot play the game for 2 minutes straight, and it's really awesome until one, the Ivy decides to pull back her Yith and use it to kill somebody, or you're able to find very short intervals. Actually, or you can just be Skyfall and be on the gate while the Yith isn't pressuring it and there's no tablet near there. So yeah, I'm not actually sure what's going on with this Ivy here, Yushting, because beautiful flywheel. Because it doesn't matter. So yeah, Psych is cooked here. Yeah, it looks like I just walked through the path. Yeah, she's cooked here. It's Acrobat on gate, so it's gonna just take way too long. It's gonna take absolutely way too long. What is the Yith doing? What? Oh no! Oh no! It was lag! Oh, the stream lagged! That wasn't me, that was the stream itself. Or that was the replay lag. Oh no, the Acrobat didn't get the gate open! Is this a 4? Oh no, they were doing so well! Ivy's so broke, dude! Oh no. This is tough, dude. Oscar doesn't even have a watch. All he has is a perfume. What's that even do? Doesn't use a perfume here? He's dead. Wait, no, but no detention. No detention. Huh? Bonk? 89 on Skyfall. Oh no! That was a beautiful play from Mushing because now you have to get the Mind Beta Scare. No, you don't get the Mind Beta Scare mind game or the Yith Scare mind game. That's it. Acrobat opens up the gate. They have to take the one. They have to take the one. That's all they can do. Yeah. Oh, that's tough. They were so close to a drop, but they just have to accept the one. Well played from the Ivy, but man, I know GX is not happy about that at all. All right, it's round 2, second half. This time, Mercenary, Psych, Acro, and Finn are coming out, and it's another Ivy. I'm actually about to fall asleep, bro. Okay, that's all right. We'll power through it, bro. We'll power through it together. So I don't really know what's going on here, but this is some sort of staircase spawn going on here. Like, rather interesting. Tide Merc, Knee Jerk Ada, Flywheel Finn, Flywheel Acrobat, and then a detention in So Blink Ivy. Yeah, I mean, these builds all check out here. It's what we've come to expect. Now, 4AW needs at minimum to win this round. They want to draw. But to keep the pace of the match, they need at least 1 out. But if you're Momoka, the pressure is on because you definitely need to get a 3K. You cannot afford a draw, otherwise you will lose that round. So we do spot out the Ada very, very early, and since she was tiptoeing, she's gonna be stuck at 65. This might be a very early hit, actually. Let's see. Ada takes her window vault to try to get to Shaq. Yeah, this is just very interesting because she spawned in such a garbage area. Dude, this area is buns. For any hunter, not even just Ivy, but this area is just buns. And she is keeping the Psychologist right here. And there's gonna be the first scare. Oh, trying to do the little JP IJL trick to look at the, or to try to force maybe and then hit. But Psych is not falling for it, which is very, very good. Cyphers are already 40, 40, and 50, which is pretty good, but now they're going to start slowing down because Ivy's going to start possessing people and might be repossessing on the Psychologist here very, very soon. There's a scare. Ooh, got the scare on the Psychologist. This is not looking too good for this Ada here because she gets hit right here. Oh no, this is not good. You vault the pallet, but then she just blinks. And it's a blink TS! So you don't have to wait for your freaking thing to finish your insto charge. You're already a full presence after chasing Psychologist. That right there, regardless of TS, but that is the goal behind chasing Psychologist, is because by the time your first kite ends, you're at full pres. That's it. That's just it. Like Adas are sometimes just straight used as a pres farm. Now Merc is coming on in here. He does elbow pad to get closer to Locker here so he doesn't get cut out from very far away. And he zooms on in here. Wow, just elbow pad into instant rescue. No thought about it. That is quite a call out, dude. That is quite a call out. Very risky, but maybe he's got the ping to back it up, you know? If you got the ping and reaction time to back it up, you might as well. And MX is just gonna get farmed here 1,000 times over. Now let's see. As long as they hit around 400% when Psychologist finally dies and gets sent back to the manor, they'll be in a good position here. Next rescue is gonna have to be Finn, most likely. Acro would be a decent rescue here because he gets a resource for doing so. Wait a minute, are they not gonna rescue? No way, right? Are they not? Are they selling? No, Finn's coming. Okay, Finn is coming. I thought they're about to sell. You can't sell versus Ivy. That's too much. You let a pressure ciphers for free if you sell. Here's the Finnington. That's on Popcorn. Finn! What the heck? Where's the... Oh, what? She's over there? What the... Okay, it looks like he fly with the Corrosion. Very good on the Finn. Is he not going to support the Ada? I guess it doesn't matter. It's full prez. And 84. But Ada is cooked. Down we go. Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's tough. That right there is quite tough. And Ciphers are actually in a good position here. They have 80, 80, and 40. This is actually above average for Ivy, so 4AW is in a pretty decent position here. Only issue is 2 injuries on the board, which is also pretty standard. This is like a slightly above average Survivor game for the Survivors. Or sorry, Ivy game for the Survivors here. But now what does Momoka do? No, Momoka recognizes, okay, their Ciphers are very, very far along. They're essentially all 70% plus, so they can all finish it within 30 seconds, right? So what do? You start playing Ivy late game early and just going for your pressure, it looks like. Mercenary gets cooked to full presence. Looks like she wants the Mercenary to be her main target here. But why the Merc? That's the question. Why the Mercenary? He doesn't... I guess it's just to create or shell shock opportunities? I don't know. That, or it was just coincidence because he wanted to stop mid-cipher from being decoded or something. We are going to pop another cipher here, so there's only one cipher remaining. 68%. Was it mid? What was the cipher? Oh, wait, it was Shaq. It was behind Shaq, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness. It's so far. That cipher is so far. It's so far from the chair, too. So Akra just has to make this. He just has to. And even then, Finn gets cooked. Yeah, he's dead. That is tough. Yeah, what do you do, dude? What do you do? What do you gosh darn do against this? Like, Ivy, even though she's been nerfed so many times, she is still so gosh darn strong. It's just the truth, man. She is so strong. And as much as I would love to see Goatman here, like, I feel like Ivies are just kind of the stuff that you need to watch if you're trying to become a good player. Because there's just so much matchup knowledge, dude. There's so much matchup knowledge. Keeping the Ith right here on the rescue chair. Probably gonna... Oh, there's the Mercenary padding on in. Over here we go. Swings to hit the Mercenary, and then she's probably just gonna blink down the Finn, and that should be it. Yeah, that Cypher's at 68, but it doesn't matter. Spook him here. Red light, red light. Finn doesn't fall for it though. Very good work from Finn. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Using that popcorn ball to avoid the blink there. I like that. A little greedy from the Ivy, but I do like that. 68% Cypher. Starting up a new one all the way at Factory Gate, which is at 20. I guess that's fine. But now she's going to possess that one too, as per Ivy usual. And we chair over here. Mercenary is here. I think this is still 4K though. That's the thing. I don't know how the Stars bring this back. I just don't. I really don't. You got no trait though, so that's something. But the thing is, the Acrobat's not even on the Cypher. Okay, now he's back on the Cypher. It's not going to be enough though. How is Finnington supposed to get this rescue at half against an Ivy when the Cypher isn't primed? And it's sad because the Cypher, they all have BT, so they all would have been healed. That's actually kind of sad. All right, let's see here. It's just Ivy's Law now. No, this is just Ivy's Law. Ivy's Law. Ivy's Law. When two people are up in the late game / end game versus Ivy, There is no possible way for anyone to escape. So let's do our classic little haha funny. Skip. We skip the slugfest. We skip the slugfest because nobody wants to watch the slugfest. We're still slugging. We're still slugging. They still haven't done side. We are still slugging. All right, we get the acrobat down with full presence, I'm guessing. Yep, that was full pres. We were up onto the fin. So we shock him. Oh no, it was Blink. She killed him with Blink. Never mind, she killed him with Blink. Okay. Well, now she kills Finn. Now she kills Finn with the Yith or something. A typical Yith scare. Goes for main body scare. Calls back Yith maybe. No, not gonna call back the Yith. Okay, well, whatever you say. No vault there from the Finn. I'm not even joking when I say this match is about to put me to sleep, bro. Ivy gameplay is just oof. It is. Oh, it is actually something. Okay, Finn at 95, Finn at 100, force the 100 while the Ivy wasn't there. Acrobat running desperately and hiding for his life, but she possesses the Finn to find out where the Acrobat was, or just TP straight back to the Acrobat. Oh wait, no, there's the Finn. Okay, I'm getting the characters reversed right now. Oopsies, my bad. Okay, so back toward the Acrobat we go. And does she see him? I don't think she did, right? Oh no, she did. She did. Okay. Well, I guess Finn has self. If Acrobat can kite long, no, there's two tablets there. The second Finn uses self, he dies. That's it. Acrobat would not only need to kite out for Finn self heal, but he would also need to kite out the Finn himself, and he would need to kite out until the tablets would disappear in the first place. So that's it. That is it. What are you supposed to do against an Ivy? I mean, this is good for GX because they're gonna get the round win that they wanted here, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough. All right, finish this off, Ivy. Come on, I know you got this. Let's just skip. Oh my goodness, dude, she's still going. Okay, well, Blink is up in 2 seconds, so a Blink down will be pretty standard here. Blink down, there we go, beautiful. Doing it while at the end of the animation, and that is the surrender. So GX wins round 2. If they can win one more round, that's it. And then for round 3, if the other team can switch things around, why am I looking at JPEGs of Nello and Posh? You know, I'm not going to question it. It's time for round 3 now. 4AW no longer has access to any of the top 4 hunters. The big 4 are no longer available. We have Patient, Cordy, Finn, and Mercenary. Gonna be going up against, who's it gonna be? Do we have Anne, Witch, Hermit, Geisha, Wax, Nightwatch, BQ? Against this team is fine? I mean, they all have ways of dealing with BQ, but at least the thing is, there's startup for Finn and Patient. Patient can't just get out of jail for free. They have a little bit of startup, right? So, yeah, I guess it depends on if GX knew this was coming. Are they prepared for it with their builds? Do they have Flywheel, or do they have useless Jerk Reflex against BQ? And as you can see, yeah, because it's comp, and you know it's a BQ, we see that Patient is not spawning directly at 4th, but in between somewhere. That way he has a little more rotating distance against this BQ, which is really, really good. Because again, when you spawn 4th up against BQ, you're kind of just cooked. It's literally just a setup spawn. So yeah, this is really, really good. And it looks like they were indeed expecting this BQ, or at least some hunter where they would rather have Flywheel, because we have full Flywheel on the team outside of Mercenary. So yeah, this BQ might actually struggle a little bit here. Because here's the thing, there's like a golden rule to BQ that I always forget, but I think it's if she misses 2 mirrors, you already have guaranteed a draw, and that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. If she misses 2 mirrors, like if you kite out 2 mirrors, it's a draw, guaranteed. Because with how long her cooldown is, she technically has one of the strongest abilities in the game with mirror, because it technically just is it's technically unkiteable. It is not a kiteable thing unless you just have an item that counters it. But with rock cutting, it's technically not counterable because the mirror just literally straight goes through everything. But it's so active too. Only issue is that its cooldown is 15 seconds, and even if you get the hit right away, you cannot reduce the cooldown. Like you can't immediately be like, all right, mirror, go away so you can start on cooldown. No, it's gonna be more like you get the hit, and then it's gonna be like 20 seconds before you get your mirror back. So that is why. This BQ also rocking claustrophobia, so she really wants the draw. Ty Queen BQ really wants the draw here. Let's see. Little boy and beautiful hook. That is going to be one mirror already kited out, and that's good. That is very good for the survivors here. Although, that's a window overhit, and never mind, it doesn't matter. The BQ is actually able to get that hit. That was very good. Okay, that could have been really bad for the BQ. Now let's see, how does little boy want to do this? We're gonna drop this pallet here. Here's the mirror. Oh, but it was such a tiny hook, but it's enough to kite out the mirror. Well played. The basin is here though. BQ going to this pallet, actually just walking around, and little boy doesn't break it. We might see the final hook being used sometime soon. Blink is not quite ready, almost, not quite. And now Blink is ready. Will we see a flywheel here? That was reactable. I'm sorry, that was reactable. I think that was reactable. If your teammates are telling you, hey buddy, Blink is up, I feel like that's pretty reactable. I don't know. That's what I think anyways. Still, pretty solid standard kite there. Skyfall, beautiful elbow pad. You're probably gonna have to use 2 elbow pads coming in. Oh no, but what? Oh, but if that was me, I was cooked. I don't even know what the heck Skyfall elbow padded off of. The air molecules? I don't know what that was. So yeah, right now this is looking like a solid draw so far. Let's see this pallet. Do you make that pallet? Nope. Beautiful pallet stun. Absolutely beautiful pallet stun from little boy there. And will it be enough though? That's the question. Will it be enough? Beautiful flywheel. And she has to swap immediately. See coordinator gun? Whoa! Hey now! Yo, Cordy! A little trigger happy now, aren't we? She's like, yo, she'll never see this coming. Rubbing her hands together like a gosh darn fly when it lands. Oh boy. Okay, well he's gonna get inside 2-story here, which is gonna make things a little annoying for this BQ. Oh no, he does a little trick there, I see. Alright, he has no way to. Oh, okay, I see you, Justina. I see you. So yeah, I mean, that was the first rescue. Cordy should have come in for second, but she kind of flopped. If there's any reason why they lose this, it's because that coordinator, honestly. That coordinator definitely made a huge mistake. Very huge mistake. I also find it funny that everyone from GX has capital letters except for little boy, which is funny because he's the little boy, so he doesn't get the capitals. I actually thought Finn trapped himself for a second. I'm not even kidding. I genuinely thought he did. All right, body block. Finn! Just eat the hit, bro. You don't need to be fancy about it. Just eat the hit. Bro, what are we doing? Okay, you weren't even close, honestly. I don't even think the coordinator needed a flywheel. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Finn, you just eat the hit. They're actually pretty far behind on ciphers, surprisingly. This could be a win for the BQ. Why are their ciphers so bad? She spots out the coordinator. She probably wants to get that gun out of her as quickly as possible. Finn continues God Kite or whatever. It's at 50. Is that mirror close enough? She's gonna drag the mirror out in the open. Gun right here, maybe. Ooh, pew pew! And there is the gun forced out. Okay, well, I mean that was kind of inevitable because Cordy couldn't really do much against that, and she just drops those pallets here because she doesn't have knee jerk, so she has flywheel, so she just drops it just for straight distance. And let's see here. There is the mirror. We try to position ourselves. Yeah, I mean, what Corner did with there just kind of makes sense. You just, when you can't cut out a mirror, you just delay the hit, right? You just delay the hit as long as possible. And yeah, at this point, At this point, they're all pinging, help me, help me. I'm not really sure what's going on. Are they cipher locked? They actually are, I think. Oh, Finn! Oh my gosh, Finn. Oh my gosh, you are so lucky. Cordy's cooked here, guaranteed. Now let's see. Finn, you do have something funny you can do here called ball to trap her in. Ball to trap her in. Oh, what? Okay, well, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this Finn, bro. This Finn is, oh, TP to the Merc. That's aggressive. Look at that. Vaults into elbow pad. I feel like you should have waited for the... Oh, no, you can't. You can't. You can't, actually. You can't. Because if he vaults, he has to go force pallet mind game. And he'd rather play it safe with elbow pad, but at that point, you just die to the mirror. You chair the Merc here. They're going to try to double rush the Cypher. Finn, you need to cook right now, buddy. Oh, Finn. 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 Oh, no, Finn. What are you doing? And Cordy's cooked. Flywheel. Beautiful flywheel, but... Oh, with the pallet being there, you're super cooked. Oh, Finn. Finn, what happened, buddy? They're gonna get 4K to a BQ. Wait, no way GX is out of the tournament because of that, right? No, they already have a round. No, they already have a win. So it's a draw and a win. So their Hunter's gonna need... Well, it depends on what happened. What was last round? What was last round? Oh my gosh. Okay. They gotta try to get one person out here, but it's too difficult. Skyfall's gonna go down. Skyfall's been hit too many times. That's shell shock 1,000 times over. So it's gonna take a miracle for them to get one out here. They're cipher locked. They got no resources except for flywheel. Finn dies. I think if coordinator didn't give that free hit, and if the Finn just didn't, I don't know. I think it was the Finn and the Cordy. The Cordy giving away that free hit was just so bad, dude. It was so bad. All right, it all comes down to what item the coordinator pulls out in this chest here. Let's see. Elbow pad. That can be useful. I think a syringe probably would have been better. It's hard to say. Hard to say. She does spot out the Cordy. Gonna mirror onto the Cordy here. She might have to instantly use that elbow pad. Instantly use the elbow pad. Yup. Merc gets up. Ooh, look out! I would have walked towards it at that point. At that point, you gotta gamble. You just gotta walk toward the mirror. Try to like 180 it or something, 360, something, dude, something. So Skyfall has has nothing to work with. There's the ball, but it doesn't matter. Mirror is ready. Skyfall is cooked here. Yep, tries to 360 the mirror. It's just not gonna happen though. You're out in the open. And that's it. That's going to be it. That is going to be a 4K. For the BQ, they cannot rescue the Finn. She's going to slug Mercenary. She's going to TP to the Cypher. Blah, blah. Slugging gameplay is so engaging. Slugging gameplay, slugging gameplay, slugging gameplay. And flywheel and heal. And Merc went down, so we continue more an interesting, awesome slugging gameplay. Actually, I kind of want to see this now. Cause Merc dies in about 40 seconds. If Cord has a miracle kite, okay, never mind. That's it. That's it. Okay. I mean, hey, they tried. What can I say? They tried. They really fought for that. But I don't think it's quite over for GX just yet. It all depends on what their Hunter gets in round 3, second half. All right. So in this case, it looks like Team GX is going to need a 4 elimination, which is kind of sad to say, because I feel like, you know, seeing GX leave this early would be kind of sad, you know? I would really like to see more of Team GX coming out here, but we got Officer, Lucky Guy, Ada, and Prospector. What will you pick? Dream Witch. I do not disagree. I do not disagree. Dream Witch is not a bad pick here. Lucky Guy is an interesting pick because Lucky Guy can get a lot of items in a Dream Witch game. As long as he doesn't get chased, he can get bot, gun, pocket watch, syringe. He can pass items to his friend officer. Like, there's a lot that could happen here. There's a lot that could happen here. It just kind of depends on the hunter. The hunter has to get a 4K to win. I think if survivors get one out, they're fine, which is why we're also seeing some relatively safe builds. Here we have a Tide Officer, Knee-Jerk Ada, Full Kite Prospector, and Full Kite Lucky. So maybe Lucky will actually take Kite. And we have Detention Trump Patroller on the Witch. So pretty standard stuff here. Yeah, I mean, Momoka needs a 4K. You need a 4K. You got Hunt, Wanted Order, Berserker. Bringing Wanted Order on Dream, which is interesting. Wanted Order, huh? I think the Wanted Order is just so, like, if you can cut off the Rescuer, there's a chance, right? Especially if it's Officer, but it's kind of hard to cut off an Officer unless you're like a projectile or like double hit kind of character. I don't know. If you're just a single hit hunter like Witch, I don't really know how you're supposed to. Not unless the survivor's in a really bad chair. So here comes the first patroller. Let's see how Norton tries to kite this out. First bite happens here. That's a free hit. And we might just see main body do its thing, also known as use its own patroller here while the main follower will catch up here. Let's see, main body patroller right here. And you walked right into it, and you should be cooked right here. Boop, okay. Double patroller, chair on a Cypher. This is actually a pretty good spot to chair here, because you're chairing on a Cypher. You can, oh, it's basement. Wait a minute. The comeback starts here. It's basement. But wait, if they need a 4 elimination, why go basement? Because nobody's gonna rescue. That's the thing. Well, I guess against a Dream Witch, you can't just sell, because then she just pressures Cyphers for free. And another patroller being used. Can she get patrol on Officer? Wow, instantly gets it. Okay, wait a minute. And she hits the Officer. Wait, he can't get that. He doesn't make that. Oh, wait, this is insane. She might get this. Lucky's going. He got a flare gun. Lucky for the win. He shoots the gun. And she doesn't even notice. Nope, she did. But there's no tide turner. If he hits she hit the processor. That's his leech. That's fine, though. That's fine. That's going to stall for some time. But Lucky Guy had to use up elbow pad and gun just to get the rescue. And that's going to be 1 elimination. That's a pretty early elimination, too. Not a single Cypher done. And Ada gets hit while whistling. So her whistle didn't go through to the Officer, and she just lost her stress there. That is not great. She needed to immediately start moving once she saw that her Yith was IV moment. The other thing was active. So that was actually a before half rescue onto the Prospector, which is very impressive. But now nobody can rescue. Lucky Guy could, but the thing is, wait, they're going for it? Wait, the Officer's gonna force it. Wait, can he even? Oh my gosh, he can. And now they're gonna try to grab the Prospector. Oh boy. They're gonna grab the Prospector, dude. And they're gonna go for a drop down hit. Boop, down you go. That's a double down to the Officer. Lucky Guy picks up a bot. Dude, both sides are being so aggressive, dude. They're being so aggressive. Lucky Guy's getting that bot just to force the Cyphers to get done, dude. Lucky Guy actually being so helpful here. He's adapting to the match so well. Getting the gun to force the rescue and Officer messes it up, and then getting the bot to force the Cyphers to get done. But look at Lucky Guy's decoding right in front of a leech. The bravest of Lucky Guys. Oh my goodness. But now the Blink Swap is here. And now it's time for the trait spamming Dream Witch. The Prospector is eliminated. We're going to chair the Officer who has no items. Lucky Guy and Psychologist have to make do with bot, flywheel, and nothing from the Psychologist. I think this is a 4 elimination. I think it is. And unless the Dream Witch gets completely rotated or can't find somebody here, that's it. And it's funny is the Lucky Guy is actually using the bot to defeat Tinnitus. She's gonna take some time to kill the bot here. Ooh, kill the bot. Down goes that bot. But their last Cypher is at 20. And now she knows where the Lucky Guy is. Lucky Guy healed up with a syringe. Once again, Lucky Guy with the beautiful adaptation. Just picking whatever he needs in this match, dude. Whatever needs to be done. Lucky Guy is the one to get it done. You need a rescue, elbow pad gun. You need ciphers, bot. You need to heal, syringe. Lucky Guy is actually carrying this match. I'm not kidding. He is carrying this match. And now this is their final chance. They have to kite. If Officer doesn't kite, it's over. She misses her blink. That's huge. She missed her blink. That is actually huge. That is 100% huge. Oh, but he's getting pincered. Oh, 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 oh. I think he's going to go down here. He goes down, but that's his leech. That's his leech. They only need one out, right? They only need one out. So she has to chair here. She can't afford to go basement. She can't let the cypher. She has to find that Lucky Guy. But Lucky Guy has no borrowed. Oh, boy. The cypher's going to pop. No, he's dead. He's dead. So it's down to these two. If they get one out, they're good. Cypher machine is primed. Lucky Guy has a leech, but no witch. He has no witch mark. He has no witch mark. She can put a witch mark on Psych, and that's it. He gets a flashlight? This guy thinks he's Creature Pearson. Okay, Lucky Guy picks up he finally picked up a witch mark. They're gonna try to deleach. They're gonna try to deleach. And now she's gonna try to force Psychologist to pop the Cypher here. All right, but Lucky Guy can deleach too. Okay, there we go. And now Blink is ready. She's gonna want to blink the Psychologist and then go straight for the Lucky Guy. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. It all depends on Lucky Guy's leech. Let's see this. Blink. Down goes Ada. The leech is on the way to the Lucky Guy. It's on the way to the Lucky Guy. He's trying to get rid of it. He can get rid of it. But does he get the Cypher in time? Or the thing? Does he make it? I think he makes it. I think he makes it. I'm not kidding. I think he makes it. Dreamwish is gonna blink. It's gonna be so close. It's gonna be so close. No matter what. He makes it, right? He makes it. No matter what. Is that it? I think he makes it. The Lucky Guy carry? No way, right? Is that it? That's not it? That's not it? Is that round 4? Lucky God. Lucky God, bro. That was Lucky God. He saved the match. He carried that match. That is all Lucky God right there, bro. All right, it's time for round 4. I was not expecting this. It all comes down to this. Whoever can get out faster, whoever has better results. Oh, that's a good pick in round 4. Hermit's a very good round 4 pick. Very, very good round 4 pick because he makes matches last forever. So it all depends on results, though. So if Hermit loses this, it's going to be very bad. We got Toy Merchant. This is the first Toy Merchant I've seen in COA, by the way. First Toy Merchant. We got Knight Sterling, Antique Dealer, and Charles going up against this Hermit. This is going to be an interesting match, that's for sure. It all comes down to this, dude. Overtime is what will decide their fates. Spawns I'll check out here. Sort of, they went for ISO spawns. And we got Flywheel Knight, Tide Merchant, Tide Knee-Jerk Aeroplanist, Flywheel Anti, and surprisingly, a Detention Trump Card Warp Hermit, not an Insolence Hermit. Interesting. That's some confidence right there. He's investing in his late game. We never really see Hermits do that. Most Hermits invest in early game because his early game is trash. But this Hermit is thinking the opposite. I can't help but wonder if it's because of this overtime situation that he's going to be going Trump Card and not a standard Inso build. Not entirely sure here. But Double Tide should help the match stay on pace. It really just depends on First Kite, I think. First Kite is going to be what decides this match. And here we are. First half of round 4. Claustrophobia, Berserker, Wanted Orders. So yeah, everybody's bringing Claustro, bro. Everybody bringing Claustro. They're scared, bro. They're scared. All right, let's see. Hermit getting rotated, as Hermits do. They always be getting rotated. Now, let's see. We're going to be chasing Skyfall first. That's not great for the serves because this is their best Tide Turner user here. Yeah, that's not great here. Chasing the Rescuer. They lose out their Tide Turner. One Cypher is at 40% already? Sheesh. That's kind of crazy. So why are we kiting? Oh no, that's bad. That is bad, bad, bad. This merchant's dead. Wait, unless Caca. Okay, she's actually not dead. Woo, she just barely made that. If that wasn't Toy Merchant though, it was cooked. It was cooked. She might catapult here. Set up no catapult, really? Okay. No catapult is kind of surprising. She didn't have a pre-catapult set up or anything. So my question is, why the heck? Okay, catapulting over to Graveyard. Why the heck did Aeroplanist run into the Toy Merchant who has tied? Why would you do that? That's what doesn't make sense to me. Why would you do that? She has tied, bro. I mean, she's doing a half-decent kite here. And she does have some blues to fall back on with her teammates. Can she get back to the catapult? Okay. Now she can take the catapult and fly all the way to Graveyard here. But he's got an eyeball to catch up. That's the thing. She can fly all she wants, but that's it. Let's see. Oh, Knight Sterling be like... Silence. No, bro, wait until... You wait until the... This guy Knight, bro, you wait until he goes up and then you instantly ability predict because he has to slam down by pressing ability, and if you do that, it guarantee gets rid of the orb. Every time, it guarantee gets rid of the orb. Every time, it's a guaranteed orb waste. The only way is if the Hermit instantly spams it, but the Knight doesn't know that. It's a Knight matchup thing. Oh, it's a matchup specific thing, dude. It's a matchup specific thing. Wow, what a mid flywheel, bro. What a mid flywheel. We're gonna see sword rescue. Oh. Okay, well, because of the sword, she lives. She gets a lot of distance here, but guess what? Warp is like, haha, die. And instant death right there. Huh, bonk. Ooh, wait a minute. Things are not looking good. Things are looking really bad for GX here. Yeah, Skyfall kiting on top of the Toy Merchant was really bad. Yeah, this is not looking good. But their rescuers are getting chased, bro. This is not what they wanted. The only way I see them getting a good result here is if the Antiquarian can pull out all the stops. That's it. And it's crazy, what's even crazier is that if GX loses this, if they get 4K'd to this Hermit, you know what has to happen? The GX probably has to play Clerk or something, because they're going to need a 4K, but they're going to need a slower 4K than a Hermit 4K. And that's it. Okay, Anti is dead. Yeah, that's a 4K and a half, bro. This is 1000% a 4K. I see no way. And that's basement? Oh, that's a 4K 1000 times over, dude. It's over for GX. It's over for GX, man. And unless their hunter can pull out a 4K with something absolutely crazy, then it's over. It'll go down to time. It'll just straight go down to time. In goes Skyfall. Solid Aeroplanist rescuing shenanigans here. One. He's gonna want to hit the Aeroplanist. Oh, he's gonna want to drop. He wants the drop down. He wants the drop down. Ooh. 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 You know what's crazy? Because like he can just wait out for stuns as well. Okay. Blue. Drop down hit on the Aeroplanist Skyfall. Oh my goodness. He's gone with the hover. Antiquarian and gets Blink. Did he swap to Blink? He swapped to Blink for that. Because he knows he's already in a winning position. So he just makes sure the last chance that they had was if anti-kited. And he just said, trump card Blink, die. But they have to rescue. Knight has to rescue. Even though he doesn't have sword rescue, he has to. Because they don't have a choice. Oh. Wow. Knight Sterling is so bad, bro. I'm sorry. Knight is so mid. He is so mid, I swear. Flywheel. Hit the Knight. And yeah, Skyfall goes down. It's so over, bro. What the heck? What? Whoa! 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 Where was all this? like 10 seconds to go. Yo, this Antiquarian she's trying to do everything right now. And it doesn't matter. She flutes to try to hit the stun, because you can actually hit the Hermit stuns, by the way, which is crazy. Yes, the Antiquarian just went God mode, knowing that's like, hey, it's over. I might as well just go absolutely bonkers and use all my resources. Go God mode for like 10 seconds real quick. And even when you go God mode, that's it. You didn't, it wasn't, oh. Did he not see the knight? I don't think he saw the knight. That's funny. He fell down right at the little hole and he didn't see him. He didn't see him poking out. Ricky, it's over for you. Oh. Hey, take the catapult. Whee! The catapult dude from beyond the grave. The toy merchant is giving her blessing. And knight's cooked. Oh my gosh, Ricky. Ricky Sterling. You are the luckiest knight I've ever seen. Okay, you're dead for sure this time. Oh my gosh, Ricky. Oh my gosh, Ricky. It doesn't even matter. The cipher's not prime. They have 4 ciphers at like... They have 3 ciphers 60% and above. They almost had the ciphers. But now you just read the knight. You disconnect so airplane... Yup. Yup. He went back to the catapult. Airplane gets inside the locker just in time. But that means Justina knows exactly where he is. Because you know the only way is if you got inside that locker at mid. That was the only way. It was a good play. But there's no self-heals left. That's it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna see a blink right here. Oh, and there's the blink, and that's it. They're gonna surrender. Yep, they're gonna surrender, as they should. That was tough. Yeah, you can't be kiting into your rescuer that doesn't have a kiting build. I'm sorry, you just can't. All right, now let's see here. We got Wildling, Priz, Gardener, and Antiquarian. So if you need a 4K, you gotta play something like crazy here, right? Oh, they're going wheel? Huh. Wait, but why though? Why wheel? Oh, I guess if the win happens faster, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how it works. So maybe if the 4K is faster for the hunter, maybe he has to just outperform then. Not only does he have to get a 4K, he has to get a 4K fast. So it makes sense to play the Will Brothers. Momoka is betting it all on this final game. We have tied Wildling with BT, BT Knee-Jerk Gardener, Flywheel Anti, and Full Kite Priz. So yeah, Priz is definitely the target here, but Gardener is definitely going to be weak to this wheel as well. He has Inso, Trump, and Blink. I do agree with the build. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but Momoka has to try to find a way. And here we go. We got Berserker, fast pickup with Mischievous, Wanted Order, and then attack recovery boost. Chasing the Wildling forces him on board. That's something. If nothing else, that means you've wasted his initial ride cooldown, and he's gonna have to sit on that board for a while because the threat of you returning to him is very scary to him. So he's gonna sit on that board for a little bit. Are we really gonna chase the Antiquarian in Corner House? Are we really gonna chase the Antiquarian in Corner House? Are you that insane, Momoka? Are you that insane? Oh, nice tricks from the Antiquarian. Very good bait. Not making it obvious where she wants to go. That's gonna be the first spike here. Okay, let's see. If he can land a solid trap right here. Solid trap. Boom, insta trap. Oh, nice. Good trap, good trap. Oh, wait, she kind of got cooked there. Okay, so now we go here, and with extended spikes from Insolence, we get that, and then all we gotta do is just snippety snap and she dies. Issue is she has Flywheel. She has Flywheel. So can you bait it out? He does it behind a wall so she can't see. Oh, that was very smart. That was very smart. Okay, that's a decent down. That's a decent down, but he has to go bonkers, bro. He has to go bonkers. He's got to make the impossible possible right now. He spots out the Wildling. Can he get a solid scuff onto the wildling? Let's see. He's just gonna go for a standard hit though, it looks like. Okay. He's probably gonna blink the Antiquarian right here. Let's see. Oh, beautiful oh! Oh, look at that bait! Oh my gosh, Momoka! Look at that! That is some high-level patience right there. That was beautiful. And okay, I don't know what that was supposed to do. That was beautiful. He still has that blink too. So now her final kite is gonna be garbage. There's actually a chance here. That's the craziest thing. There's actually a chance here. Oh no. Where are you going, bro? Where are you going? He doesn't know where anybody is. He spikes the wildling real quick. Okay, let's see. Here comes Gardner, has the bubble. Her little bubble gets hit. Now let's see. Stalling, 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 stalling. Full pres. Okay, but Antiquarian got rescued. He's gonna chair the Gardner and go after the Antiquarian here. No? Really? He's gonna leave the Gardner on the... He wants to make self-heals happen. He wants to slug for self-heals. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, Antiquarian dies to snap here. No flywheel is available. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, Antiquarian, bro. I know exactly what she wanted to do. It's just unfortunate that it just didn't happen, dude. It just couldn't happen. Gardner uses up self. He's gonna go for the ciphers now. He kind of has to. The question is, are we gonna see an abnormal play or are we gonna see a peepers play? The prisoner, unfortunately, has been decoding this whole time, which has probably been a pain in this wheel's neck. Bloop, boop, boop. Beautiful flywheel from the priz. No trap. Blink right here, blink right here. No, no blink, no blink. Oh, but the trap! The trap, the trap. Will he abnormal? Will he peepers? What's he gonna do? What's the play? He still has that blink. He didn't need it, though. That's the thing. He's got to abnormal or peepers. One of the two. Because these ciphers are getting dangerously close to getting done. He's going to go back for the Gardener. Now he's going to go. Oh, he go back for the Wildling. He kills Wildling here. He just kills Wildling here. He goes back for Wildling. Bloop, boop, boop. Snap. He's dead. Boop. Abnormal a cipher real quick. Bro, these ciphers are so close to getting done. You're going to have to abnormal something. You gotta. They're in a position they can't rescue, but you gotta make sure. Gardner can rescue a bubble, though. Oh, wait. Trap? Can't you trap? Oh. Wait, hit the Gardner. She has no self. Oh, my gosh. 96 and 77, bro. That's so dangerous. Are you serious? You're not going to chair the Wildling first? Oh, my gosh. He's playing so risky. Because it has to be fast. He has to be fast. That's the thing. Boo-boo-boo-boo! Snap! Oh, it's happening. Dude, you gotta abnormal that gosh darn thing. I don't care. You gotta. Finally, he's gotta abnormal. Oh my gosh. He's gonna go back for the Wildling now. Chair the Wildling. Gardner has no self. He goes for prison, kills, and wins. Is that it? Priz is going for Gardner. He knows that. Go, Wheel. Go. He's gonna try to rescue the Wildling. He goes back for the Priz. He goes back for the Priz. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Snap! That's it! That's it! Is that the win, though? Is that the win? Who wins? I think it was a fast... Wait, he got a faster 4K. So does that mean he wins? Did he really do the impossible? But he has to chair the Gardner. That's why they're stalling away from the chair. They're walking off the chair. So because I think it's whoever wins faster. I think the Hermit's win was slower. I think the wheel was faster. Did he actually do the impossible? He did, didn't he? He did! He did the impossible! He actually did the impossible! The wheel! Momoka GX is going on again! What a clutch win! What a clutch win! That was insane, man! You bet it all on the wheel, and this time it worked! It worked! Wow! That was such a good set. I was falling asleep at the Ivy part, but whoo boy, I'm awake for that ending, bro. Oh my gosh. I would almost record another set right here if I knew Ivy was about to show up again. That was beautiful, dude. What a crazy comeback from GX. We had all sorts of stuff happen in today's set, man. We had round 1 Night Watch. We had Crazy Wheel Comeback. We had Boring Ivy. We had all sorts of stuff, dude. It was, wow, it was quite a couple of sets, dude. Quite a couple of sets. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I think that's gonna be all for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Oh man, Southeast Asia is cooking up something, bro. They are definitely cooking. They are 100% cooking. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I'll see you later, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.